villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Cam Newton and the Seattle Seahawks.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 110 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On the draw, Conner. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now for what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
#1 rush defense in the league for a reason. And after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Newton's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Seahawks at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. White will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. They start the drive with Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Murray now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the draw, Connor. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really...
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Pete Carroll, always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Finding Ertz again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Newton. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, Newton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Newton throwing again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. This complete to Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To the air again, Newton. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Murray now on 1st down. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 33. Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We begin with a rematch from last year's divisional round of the playoffs. Los Angeles taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were winners last week defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On second down, it's Walker. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now Newton. He lets it fly for Lockett. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running out of the gun with White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw is Newton. And Walker with it over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing now is Murray. Green with a catch left side. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They run the option on second down. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Newton to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a 4 sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Newton. Firing, and Julio Jones has it on the slant. Touchdown! Julio Jones from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Murray now on 1st down. Green brings it in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Murray getting this complete to Connor. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And quickly they get to the line. Flush to his right. Down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, a run from White. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. First down, Murray. And the reception made by Green.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most. And they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12,